Hey, I'm here. I'm still here. Did I do a show on Friday? I don't think I did. Did I? Good morning. Oh no, I didn't because it was Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Of course, I didn't do a show Saturday or Sunday because of the Madison Card Show. I thought about not doing a show this morning because I am fucking exhausted, and I'm my own I'm my own person to blame for that. What I did learn is don't do a 5-hour live stream the night of a card show the same weekend as there's a lot of moving parts because of a blizzard, and then having a Pokemon show the very next day where I'm having to get up at 4:30 in the morning after going to bed at 1:30. So I was exhausted. Bronco caught me napping at the card show. I was trying to find some good napping spots, and not too many comfortable chairs where it wasn't like either cold because it was next to a window or just a heavily trafficked area. But I found a nice little spot. Bronco caught me taking a little cat nap. So we got to the Pokemon show. I came home like I don't even remember. My mother-in-law was here, and I'm just like, my wife's like, go downstairs and take a nap. I'm like, I'll just my mother-in-law's friend had the football game on, so I was watching that, and then I fell asleep. So I took a nap, and then I went to bed at 8:30 last night. Slept until I don't know. I didn't get great sleep last night, but I got out of bed at 8:30. I also have this going on, the scratchy throat. I think the scratchy throat is just from, I'm hoping it's not like an actual sickness like cold or something. I'm hoping it's just exhaustion, like doing too much, dehydration, because I didn't bring water. So I didn't drink much water, which is a killer. Lack of sleep. 20. What did I did Saturday? I put in like 19 straight hours. Got 3 hours of sleep, and then put in another 10 hours, 11 hours on Sunday, and then I rested. And then today it's back to the grind. So I ended up canceling my live stream last night just because I had zero energy. I felt like shit. I was tired. In fact, I went to bed. My live stream was scheduled to begin at 8:00, and I was in bed at 8:30. So, but I did do the Saturday night stream. It was wrestling night. It was actually pretty good, and I think I will continue doing the wrestling nights as kind of a special night because it wasn't super strong. Like if I was doing a weekly wrestling show, I just get bloodied. I would get absolutely murdered on eBay Live with wrestling. But I think doing it on occasion, the Hulk Hogan auto actually I basically broke even on it. So might have lost a little bit. There was some other stuff that went. The crazy thing, and some of the autographs did much better than what I paid. Some of them did worse. I knew I was going to take a bath on the Undertaker serial number to 5, and I knew even more so when it had so few viewers. I think I had over 100 people watching the Hogan auto and the Stacy Keibler auto, and I had like 15 watching the Undertaker, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a dud. Maybe more so. It went for, I think, $53. It was part of a bulk deal. I think my cost was 100, maybe 125, but I knew that it's like, this is going to be a tough one. But I had a lot of stuff like my 5-card lots were doing crazy. Like I'd put a single up and it'd sell for $1. And then I'd put like a serial numbered single. And then I'd put up like, oh, you want a Shinsuke Nakamura lot, and I'd put 5 like base cards and it'd sell for $2 a card. I'm like, okay, I guess these small 5-card lots are the way to go, at least for wrestling. So ended up doing really well, went really late. I paid for it. I'm still paying for it. Probably made myself sick from the too much work and little sleep, but hey, that's what we get. Canceled last night. I looked at my numbers this morning, and I'm still surprisingly, because I did have a big night, I went long, but I did have a big night on live Saturday with wrestling. I'm 281% year over year, which I thought I was going to take a hit because I didn't, Thanksgiving Thursday, I didn't do a stream. Friday, I did a daytime Black Friday stream, which was okay. It was better than a normal daytime stream, but it was not as good. Like I was hoping it was going to be a little better. However, reading throughout, there's a thread on, I don't know if you follow, if you jump on Reddit at all, but it's kind of my guilty pleasure at times laying on the couch. I'll swing through Reddit. I was reading through Reddit last night, and in the whatnot thread, it was just filled with like a couple hundred people like complaining about how shitty their live sales were on whatnot. There were also probably, the big sellers were doing big things. And then the small sellers, every Tom, Dick, and Harry was going to do a whatnot stream because it was what, free fees or low, zero fees or whatever. So everybody's jumping on. So I think that was the same, although there wasn't as much competition on eBay Live. But I think just in general, there's competition everywhere, not just on live selling, but just everywhere. Although Blowout sucked. The big three, this might be the first time. There might have been another year, and I don't blame Blowout, David Adams, Steel City. I don't blame them one bit. Why run a sale when people are buying at regular price? Like hand over fist, handing you money, throwing money at you. I don't blame them one bit. It sucks for us that want deals, but you know what? I only buy them to flip anyway, so I'm okay. As a businessman, I'm okay with it. Yeah, it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. So I don't think I bought anything on Black Friday. I bought 4 blaster boxes of WNBA Donruss. That was released, I think, a week ago. I ordered 4 blasters off Target, and they were delivered over the weekend. So I ripped those last night as I was on the couch. It'll be a nice, maybe break. I'll probably make more. I'll probably make a small profit. It was fun. Chasing Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham and Paige Beckers. And the prices are still out of 4 blasters, I think I pulled 3 Paige Beckers rated rookies because it's such a small, there's only 15 rated rookies on the checklist. It's a small checklist for base. I think there's 15 rated rookies and 85 veterans. So out of 4 blasters, you get 8 out of the 15 rated rookies, and usually you're getting doubled up. And I think I pulled 3 Paige Beckers, maybe 2, but I pulled some other, net marvels of all of them. I think I pulled a Sophie Cunningham Tunnel Vision, which is so that stuff will do well on live. Hell, even like the rated rookie Beckers will sell for, $10 on eBay Core. So I'll do okay. I plan on doing a stream this afternoon, a Cyber Monday. I don't expect much. Again, a lot of competition out there. Daytime, we'll see. Mondays have typically been pretty poor for me on live anyway, but we'll see. I've got plenty of lower end stuff that I can run. I ended up I bought quite a bit on Saturday. It was a good show. I'm going to talk about the weekend. Everyone braving the elements to come out to the Madison Card Show. So did buy, because it's the Pokemon show and I am bored as hell. I'm busy I got there at like 5:30. So from 5:30 right up until almost 7, because I still had to do the layout because I was taking cancellations up until Sunday morning. So I didn't want to do a layout and just all of a sudden have to completely revamp it. It's like, I'm only doing this once. So I was doing that in the morning with no sleep. So I did make a couple screw ups, but fortunately they were caught before they became, a bigger screw up. So 5:30 to 7, I'm busy doing the layout. And then from 7 to 9, it's still fairly new. I'm seeing a lot of rotation of vendors for the Pokemon show, which is a good thing. And so a lot of them are new and like, where do I go? Where's my table? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm having to guide people to their tables on check-in and all that stuff. So, which is a little more work, but by 9 o'clock, then I'm just like trying to find a place to take a nap. So I had my mushroom coffee, and then I had a regular coffee, and then I had a Diet Pepsi around lunchtime, and that perked me up for about an hour. And I bought from David. He does both Pokemon and sports, so he had some sports blasters, and he had some of those Christmas Mosaic football, which I love those. They're only like $12 in stores, and I know there's a markup. But he had a great price. He had 4 left, and it was I think he was asking $20 a box or 4 for $75. So I just bought all 4, which is what, like $18, $19 a box. Not too much over retail. And it's kind of like buying a bottle of water at the airport. It's like it's there. There's nothing else. So I bought those, and I did pull for $75. I pulled about a $75 card in a Jackson Dart, the red, white, and blue Prism. They've been selling for between 60 and 80. So if I run it on live, I'll probably get somewhere in. I would think with that card, I'll get somewhere in that. So pick that up. Saturday I ended up buying quite a bit of stuff on Saturday. There was a vendor. Where's my boxes? Oh, in there. So the good thing about Saturday's show, I think I'm gonna have to blow my nose here. So the good thing about Saturday's show was I took a ton of cancellations as expected. So we had a record-setting day of snow. We had like almost 10 inches of snow on Saturday. The good thing for vendors that did, or customers that came out, was it was a steady snowfall. Like it snowed from like 5 a.m. until like midnight. So it didn't like accumulate all at once. But it was pretty dicey out there. And I had a couple vendors drove in from Chicago. I had a couple come down from Green Bay, Milwaukee, had some cancels, had some even local cancels, which I get. Like, I'm not going to be upset with anybody that canceled, even if you lived a couple miles down the street. Like, yeah, it sucks. Just let me know. That's the only thing I ask. Just communicate with me. And I think for the most part, I think there were a couple guys that didn't say they weren't coming, and that's annoying. But I expected, it's not like vendors were busting down my door to set up on Saturday because of the snow. So initially it's like, well, hey, at least I'm taking these cancellations. At least I don't have to bring in my own tables this month. And then it was like, well, at least we don't have that small conference room that, we have to use because the mezzanine, they won't let us set up in the mezzanine anymore. And then all of a sudden I go Friday night and I'm putting name tags out and I'm like, okay, they canceled. I'm like, I go upstairs, they canceled it. I'm like, I think I might be able to put everybody in the upstairs ballroom, which is ideal. Have it all in one. Yes, there's less vendors, but hey, the vendors might make more money. The people that are going to come to the show in a blizzard, they're probably not going to come around and kick tires and window shop. They're probably committed to buy and spend some money, which I believe was the case. Most every dealer that I talked to said they did great. And that's always good. Obviously, that's not anything I can control, getting people through the door, even in a blizzard. We had a phenomenal turnout for a blizzard. Was it a regular show? No. But we made lemonade out of lemons. And I had a great time. I hope everybody... It was actually the least stressful Madison Card Show for me in probably a year. Even with the blizzard. Now Sunday was just a different straight because I didn't sleep the night before. Yeah, it was. So I'm really kicking around the idea because I think we are going to continue doing hotel shows, but to make it worth my while and to make it worth vendors' while, we're going to contract. We're going to make it a smaller show, and we'll do a bigger show across the street every other month. There's going to be, more than twice the amount of dealers. You're going to have to pay for parking. But if you want a free show and it's going to be a smaller show, Table prices are going to go up a little bit. But hopefully the $15, $20 price increase you see on tables, you'll definitely see, because there's going to be less competition to deal with other dealers. Instead of 140 tables, we're looking at probably 110. So that's something I'm tossing around. I already, when I reached out about 2026 to the venue, I mentioned I don't want, I just want upstairs ballroom, downstairs ballroom. I don't want any breakout rooms. Give me a price, and can I get these dates? So I'm going to go to the chat, and then I'm going to start showing off some of the goodies I bought on Saturday. I ended up spending more money than I thought after going to Chicago and still having a nice box of good stuff still from the Chicago show. I didn't intend on buying much, but again, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm going to go through and there's stuff I need. Like there's players that I run out of quickly. There's certain things this time I was really targeting, if I could find it, older stuff. And I'm not talking vintage. I'm talking like the middle, not vintage, but not modern, that 80s, 90s, but it's got to be good stuff at a good price. And I found a little bit of that stuff. I'm always looking for cheap slabs, and I was able to find that. My guy, Cody, I think he's in the chat. Cody stopped by. We did a deal last week. He came back around. I bought some more hockey from Cody. I bought some hockey from East Coast Tom. By the way, East Coast Tom's box is pretty good. So I bought some stuff from Tom. Who else did I buy? Jeff, as always, bought some nice stuff from Jeff. Bought an entire box of slabs from one of my dealers. Bought some like $5 slabs. I bought a basically like a bargain box from a guy walking around. He's a Pokemon guy, and he's like, I don't know if he was buying. I think it looked like he was buying a bunch of like blaster, like retail stuff. And like, here, I want to sell everything. All right, so let's go to the chat, and then I'll show off some of the stuff that I bought. Boston Smoke, what's going on? Good morning. East Coast Tom, there he is. Happy Monday. Jody's in the house. Good morning. There's Cody. I did survive the weekend, barely. I'm getting through. We'll see. Sunflower says, I couldn't believe how late you went for wrestling. Here's the crazy thing. I don't know if you were there till the end, but I went till after midnight. What time did I think I still have the screen up. So did it log me out? All right, so we did a watch along with Survivor. Survivor Series was kind of a dud. Let's see. It looks like, okay, based on the chat, it looks like around midnight. So right around 5 hours. So right around midnight, and then I had to do card show stuff after. So I don't think I went into bed until 1. But at the end, the last, half an hour, all of a sudden, everybody went to bed. Everybody was done. I had 7 people in the room, but they were bidding. I had multiple. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just dollar here, dollar there. It was what I can go. I've got the screen open. So the last, actually, no, I don't, because I went all out of whack. So I have no idea but I had 7 people in the room, and 3 or 4 were bidding. And, that just goes to show you where I was doing better at midnight on wrestling only with 7 people in the room than I've done on a Sunday night with 40 people in the room. So it's who's in it? Who's in it to win it, I guess. GWRBI, what's going on? Good morning. Gem City's in the house. Hey, pal, money don't sleep. That's right. 6-7, baby. 6-7. Tiger727 says, hello. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I did. I'm still eating leftovers, which is good. I think today's kind of the last day, isn't it? Today it's you better take care of the rest of the leftovers. So maybe I'll do a big old, I'll wait till 1 o'clock, have a big old lunch, take care of the rest of the leftovers. I don't want to get sick from that. I'm already dealing with this crap. I don't want to deal with that crap. Spend all day on the pot. T. Keenass, what's going on? Good morning. Back to the grind. Here we are. Florida baseball card dude. Good morning. Keenass says, cruise was wonderful. Trip to get there was not. That's no good. Totaled our car in Jacksonville. Uh-oh. That is not good. Oh, well, hopefully everybody's okay. You can replace cars. Mark, what's going on? Good morning. Look at you saying I'm buying collections. Hey, I'm meeting up with Zach tomorrow and buying a bunch of more vintage from Zach. We're going to meet up for lunch tomorrow and do a deal. Sunflower says, hope you consider making some team sets or lots from your upcoming basketball purchases. That's a great idea. I will for sure for Thunder because I know you want Thunder. So I'll do a Thunder lot. I don't know, and I guess I could sort it out while I'm ripping. I do that when I'm listing for when I used to buy cases and rip and flip on eBay. So yeah, I'll just as I rip. Hopefully, I have not received any notifications from Topps. Let me see if I'm logged in. Sign in. I think it's automatically logged in on my phone. Let's see. Did I save it? I checked last night. I was still both my Ginter and Topps Chrome Basketball was still in processing. My orders. Processing. All right. So yeah, I was hoping they would have at least the label printed and then FedEx would be picking them up today. Although Topps Chrome releases Thursday, but Ginter, there were people getting Ginter from Topps last week. So I was hoping to get that. So yeah, I will do as I rip. So usually my stuff from Topps is delivered around lunchtime. And I think I'll wait till prime time to do those streams Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday night, if I have them scheduled, but it's all dependent on if they're delivered on time. So if Ginter gets delivered on Wednesday, if Topps gets delivered, Chrome gets delivered on Thursday, I'll do an evening stream. I think I have them scheduled for daytime, but I'm not going to do that. Like we did Topps basketball where it was basically I was ripping as I was going. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to rip so I can sort. That's a great idea because definitely for you with the Thunder and anybody else that wants teams, we can do team lots. That's a great idea. I recall on Saturday when it was over, you had to check to make sure it was really over. That's right. I kept thinking you've got to wake up soon, right? 4 hours. And I still have work to do before I have to wake up. Yeah, so this is part of the reason I don't like, there's more work preloading listings. There's more work that goes into it. That's why I like the free-for-all generic listings because I can just, I got a Christopher Morel. Let's run it. So, but if you have a Wayne Gretzky rookie card, I don't want to just pop that on somebody like, hey, here's a Wayne Gretzky rookie card. We're going to run it and hope you have some hockey bidders in the room. That's something that I'll pre-list. Like the Hulk Hogan autograph. I wasn't just going to spring that in a stream. I preloaded that. I ended up preloading a ton, including a bunch of like basically dollar cards, some 87 tops. Some of the stuff went lower than I expected, like Hulk Hogan. Some of the 87 Hulk Hogans were only going for $2. But I have all these listings and they're not in, and of course some of it was on me, but that's another step, more work to do as you preload. You've got to make sure they're in the correct order. And if you're jumping around, it's like, oh, where are we at? So that was a pain in the ass. So I will not do, I've got a week from Wednesday, I'm going to do the 74 Topps basketball set break. And I thought about preloading everything. I'm having second thoughts on that just because. Now, with that, to counterpoint myself, the positive to preloading everything in the 74 Topps basketball set is that that's the only thing I'm going to be selling that night. I'm not going to be pulling out random stuff to list. So that's kind of the benefit. But as I scan it, I'm going to have to go back, and I think everything's penny sleeved. So that's a pain. And I probably won't list all the commons. We'll probably do a lot for the commons, or maybe team lots on the 74s. I think maybe I will do that. So So that's one of the things. The big cards, the top like 5 or 6 cards have been preloaded already. Maybe the other like Hall of Famers and Superstars, I'll preload this as well. But we'll see. So Saturday, it's like, because I want to do more preloaded listings for bigger, especially my vintage. Like I've got the Williams and the Mantle and the Mays and a bunch of just Jackie, a bunch of like, for me, high end. And I know in the grand scheme of things, an SGC 1 and SGC 2 is not high end, but it is for a bargain box guy and a lot of my customers. But as I want to grow and build that per card sale up, I want to run some of this bigger stuff. And I like vintage. Vintage is fun. I like vintage. So it's a nice change of pace too. From here's another Jaden Daniels. Here's another Caleb Williams. Although I was trying to find some Caleb Williams. We'll do some show and tell here in a little bit. Let's see. Mark says, if you need help in Jacksonville, that is where I am. So there you go, Tracy. If you need any help. I don't know what that says. So I bought some stuff from Cody. He dropped this. Now this, I'm probably not going to sell. I think I'm just going to give this to Ethan Roberts. He's a big Christopher Morel fan, collector. I think I got this from Cody also. 9.5 purple refractor rookie Julio Rodriguez. I do have some Mariners fans in my chat that are looking. One of my dealers who was a first-time dealer had a bin of $5 slabs. And I'm just like, I'll buy them all. So he had a Kyle Pitts Recon Orange rookie out of 49 in a PSA 9. $5 for that. Like, that's easy. Some of them were not as good as that, but Ramondre Stevenson rookie auto out of 49 got a PSA 7. $5. Can't beat it. Russell Wilson rookie in a PSA 9. $5. Can't beat it. Randy Arozarena. This is like a typical $5. That base rookie card, but better than Nick Madrigal. CJ Stroud, airborne rookie, only got a 6, but for $5, I'm buying it. Trevor Lawrence, optic rated rookie for a PSA 9, only $5. Hell yeah. Josh Downs Spectra out of 49. This is a PSA 10 for $5. Hell yeah. Let's see. Mac Jones Purple Shock rated rookie, PSA 9. Kyle Trask Prism Black rookie in a PSA 9. This might not even sell for $5, but we'll see. So that was a good deal. I think I got some. Let's see. This is from Cody. All right, I got stuff all mixed up. I got this from Jeff, who came in from Chicago. So I spent some money with him. Let's see. This stuff I think came from Cody. Yeah, this is from Cody. So a bunch of Otanis. There's more Otanis than this, but hello, my name is insert. Otani Selwell fired up from Topps Fire, Tyson Beck. Aroki Sasaki rookie. A Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He threw in some hockey cards. Peter Forsberg. Patrick Waugh, numbered to 800. Jaromir Jagr rookie card from Upper Deck. Jaromir Jagr SPX. Matt Sundin patch. Game used twigs. Stadium Club glove save Martin Brodeur. Autograph of Eric D. Jardin of the Flyers. I've heard of Rod Brindamore. Autograph. Pavel Bure rookie card. Ultimate Victory Wayne Gretzky. Dynagon Ice Wayne Gretzky. And Hockey Immortals Wayne Gretzky. And then so there was the slabs, and then I think there was maybe a few other cards. And so he gave me a price, and I'm like, ooh. Let me look. Because I'm basing it off of what I think I can sell this stuff for. Now, full disclosure, I don't know what the hockey stuff will go for. Because blow my nose again. And then underneath the slabs, I forgot there were these Shohei Ohtani short prints. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll do the price because I know what I can get for those. All right. So what else did I get? So for I don't even know where I picked these. These might have came from Sean. Oh, I also from the guy that I bought the $5 slabs. I got this GMA 10 mosaic, silver mosaic rookie Jalen Hurts for $20. I know Hurts is not his market's down right now. I picked up this Caleb Williams PSA 8 blue hyper rated rookie for $15. PSA 9 Jeter score rookie for $10. PSA 8 Caitlin Clark Prism rookie for $20. Should be another box. I have another box somewhere. Oh, there it is. And then I bought this box of slabs. Now, this box of slabs is there's some good stuff. Like this Jackie Robinson Gem Mint 10 1978 playing cards. That should do well. There's a Brooks Robinson autograph. What else is in here? A Boog Powell autograph. Then there's some just random stuff like an 88 Topps Bash Brothers. There's some common 70s commons, Larry Parrish Gold Cup 7.5, a 78 Topps Dick Ruthven PSA 9, Johnny Bench 76 Topps and a 4.5. So just a little bit of everything. So I bought basically that whole box. I got a good deal on it. What else? People will grade anything. Oh, here's some more from Cody. Oh, wait. No, did this come from? Oh, no. I think this came from Jeff. Scoring Kings Wayne Gretzky. Jeter Topps rookie. A Verlander Topps rookie. 71 Topps OJ. Zoning Commission insert. This is numbered out of 5,000 Barry Sanders. Stuff like that does really well. Early Tom Brady 2002 season ticket. Always love this card. Mark McGwire minor league card, Huntsville Stars. Here's a shock Prism Caleb Williams. Love me some Wembanyama. Joe Burrow rookie patch. He's back and had a good game last week. Bomb Squad Drake May. Josh Allen rookie card. Let's see. The guy who I bought, James, who I bought the slab box from. All right. He threw in a couple. Actually, he threw in a box of Bruce Lee. He gave me a couple packs, and he's like, "These will do well on your live streams." Bruce Lee keepsake Kaleidoscope edition, 15 packs per box, 4 cards per pack, 2 relics per box. So he threw in with the slab box. He threw in that unopened box. But then I bought some single slabs out of that box earlier, and I had thought about when I bought the few slabs, it's like I could probably just cherry pick and get a better deal just by cherry picking. But it's like, it would be nice if I can get this down to a price point that makes sense. I'm going to make this work. So at the end of the show, I'm like, what would you want for this whole box? He's like, I don't know. And so his wife was set up and she's going through and she's like, how about $1,000? And I'm like, so I counted up and it was comes out to be like $11 a slab. So I'm like, at $11 a slab, there's like some of the stuff in there will do much higher than that. Some stuff is probably going to, a Larry Parrish SGC 7.5 1976 Topps, I'll be lucky to get $5. So it's one of those where it's like, I can probably make some money. Am I going to make 5x? No. But can I double my money? Maybe. Can I make 2,000 on that box? I might be able to. And then he threw in the first deal I did. I bought like 3 or 4 slabs out of the box. He threw in two of these packs. So I opened one. I didn't get any. I got like a refractor. Bruce Lee. First ever Bruce Lee. So I don't know. I'll probably, when I get, I've got a few people that are into like oddball stuff in my streams. I'll be like, I got some Bruce Lee singles. Where we at? Mark says, thanks for the lunch invite. Hey, come on up to Northern Illinois tomorrow. Come on up. Poplar Grove, Illinois is where we're meeting. So if you can make it by noon tomorrow, we'll be in Poplar Grove. Tom says, I like that Sundin stick card. Hockey names, not your strong suit, not at all. CL on the road, good morning. Made the live, doing a little shipping while listening. Hey, welcome in. Cooter says, just saying hello, about to start a 10-hour drive. Oof. Hey, speaking of 10-hour drives, shout out to Ryan. Ryan came in from set up at the Pokemon show yesterday. Took him 7.5 hours to drive to the show. He drove Saturday night. I think he said he left it. Was it 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Des Moines, Iowa, and drove to Madison. He goes, it's usually like a 4-hour drive. Took me 7.5 hours. I'm like, how about that for commitment? I hope he had a good show. I hope he did well to make that drive. 7.5 hours in a snowstorm. That's commitment, man. That's the Madison Card Show, baby. So yeah, we had a great weekend. Even with a blizzard, I was less stressed, which leads me to believe I think contracting the hotel show is the right thing to do for 2026. So more to come on that. Probably later this week. I've got it now. My attention turns to the December 27th show at the Alliant Energy Center, and get stuff ready for that. I do like the On Treasure app. The only thing that's kind of, I think we talked about this, Max brought it up in the chat last week, was the payment. They use Stripe, which doesn't take PayPal and Venmo, which is a pain because that is where I get a lot of my payments from tables, and people, use that. And I know because when I get my Woo payments through the website, it just deposits directly into my PayPal. So I forwarded that those comments to one of the developers at Treasure and said, hey, can you make this happen? Because I'm getting a lot of complaints about it. So who knows? But one of my dealers who had been talking about that has been checking out Treasure, and they're in the process of developing something. So they're like, would you be a guinea pig and test this out? And I'm like, absolutely. So far, Treasure's been good. We'll see. I haven't installed the mapping feature yet. I intend to do that once everybody's booked it. So if you're a vendor at the Alliant Energy Center show, please book by the end of this week. So then next week I can open it up to my temporary list. I've got kind of a backup regular list that I reach out to before I just open it up to anybody. So I'm hoping by the weekend I can reach out to some of those, because I do know there are a few vendors that can't do the December show because of the holidays and all that stuff. So we're gonna work it that way. So once that happens, then I can do the mapping feature, and have so you can actually click like, hey, that's the table I want. Boom, done. So I've got to forward the map to the developers over there, so we can get that to work. So that's what I had. I don't know if I'm taking Ernie to school today or not. He stayed home from school all week last week because daycare was only open like half a day, like Friday and Wednesday, obviously closed on Thanksgiving. So we kept him home the whole week. So I think it's time. To get him back. But my wife and mother-in-law are going to Florida, I think Wednesday. So she may want to spend some quality time with Ernie the next couple days. So we'll see. All right. Like and subscribe. I plan on doing an eBay live. I don't know. I've got it scheduled for 1:00 at this point. I've got like 670 orders to ship right now. That would have been like 900 had I gone live last night. If I did that, it's like, then I probably would have canceled today's live. One of them would have been cut. So I want to get some shipping done over the next couple hours and then try to do a live. Whether it's one, maybe I push it back a half an hour, 60 minutes. We'll see. All right. So that's all I had for today. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll do this again tomorrow.